Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Paranormal Journals right here on Black Mass Paranormal. So as you can see behind me, I am not in my studio today. I love my studio, it's cool, but it's just not where my heart is. So I wanted to get out and explore, but also want to continue on with the Paranormal Journals, like I said I would. Now, I know the holidays kind of threw me off a little bit, but sorry, I think it threw kind of everybody off. But anyway, so the story I'm going to talk about today actually happened in Kentucky. Again, I'm not intentionally trying to go on a Kentucky thing, but Kentucky's got a lot of history, and I'm actually going to be heading up there to do something pretty awesome very soon, as in like tomorrow. But anyway, so this occurred at the Land Between the Lakes National Park. Now, if you don't know where that is, it is a national park area that is located kind of centrally between Kentucky and Tennessee. Now, this occurrence happened in, I believe, 1982 or 84. After doing a lot of research on this, I'm kind of baffled because the interview that I had listened to was, the dude is either the best liar that I have ever heard in my entire life, or he was actually there when it happened. Now, some of you all have heard the story about the beast of Land Between the Lakes. There has been for generations tales of what I believe to be a Dogman at the National Park of Land Between the Lakes. Now, in the 1980s, there was this family that decided that they were going to go on a camping trip, essentially. So they loaded up their RV and they took a friend with them that was about 15 years old at the time, who was actually the individual who came forward saying that he was in fact there, and his name was Roger. Now, Roger said that when they initially got to the park, it wasn't much of a big deal. He said the park was absolutely beautiful, that they were having a good time, and as the day went on, Roger had initially heard some kind of commotion behind the RV. Now, this is the part that kind of gets a little bit strange. Roger describes this beast that is a little bit over 6 foot tall. It's got like 4-inch claws and very similar to the general population refers to as a werewolf. So Roger is in the RV and he looks over and he sees Levi pick up a .410 shotgun and start to fire. Now, at this point, Levi's son and another woman named Connie is outside being attacked by a couple of these creatures. Levi shoots this creature and he hits it in the shoulder because at the time the creature had his son Stephen in its mouth, and Roger had said that he wanted to make sure that everybody knew that Levi did not kill his own son. Now, the other woman, Connie, she was outside as well. And these creatures had attacked her and ended her life as well. Now, apparently, somewhere on the interwebs, it said that Connie's body was actually found in a tree. Roger wanted to clarify this and said that Connie was not found in a tree, that she was not torn to pieces, but she had been, in fact, murdered. And this creature had actually some of Connie's green sweater still in its claws. Roger at this point says he grabs the shotgun as well and starts to fire upon these creatures. So Roger, and Levi are fighting off this pack of what we can assume is dogmen. And Levi's wife is still in the RV. Roger said that he just completely lost his nerve. And he jumps out of the RV, rolls underneath, and climbs up into the undercarriage. At this point, the dogmen actually climb into the RV and start killing Diane and Levi. Roger says that he hides as best that he can for as long as he can until he kind of feels like he can get away. He crawls through the grass, climbs out, tries to get out to the road to eventually where he finds another person that can help him call for help. So Roger is back at the farm now with this other individual who picked him up. At this point, they feel comfortable that they can actually go back to the scene where Levi, Connie, Stephen, and Diane had just been murdered in the Land Between the Lakes National Park. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Like walking towards me. There's supposed to be sightings of a dogman in this area that I'm at right now. That's what I'm working on. So I just wanted to kind of continue on with the Paranormal Journals as well. So anyway, so Roger comes back to the campsite where the bodies were. He said at this point, the campsite is completely flooded with people. He said there's like 100 people, that a lot of them are actually dressed in fatigues. But he said he didn't see any type of insignia representing the National Guard or active duty army or special forces or anything like that. He said that they were just wearing basic fatigues, which, for those of you all who know anything about Area 51, the camo guys, shout out to them. But anyway, so Roger is just completely baffled and doesn't understand exactly what has happened here, because everybody that he was just with is dead. And he's left trying to explain this situation to a group of people that he doesn't know. And there's one very important part of this story that kind of highlights this main legend of the beast of Land Between the Lakes. In the original legend, you will hear about Connie's body being torn apart and in a tree. However, Roger said that this didn't happen. That the body that was actually in the tree was that of the dogman. That not only Roger assumed that either he himself or Levi had managed to kill this creature. And these new, we're going to assume, government officials have come in to identify and take the body. Roger wanted to be very clear to say that his encounter with these types of creatures, he said at the time and even until recently, he didn't even know about dogmen. He said he'd never really heard of them. That he thought, honestly, that it was somebody wearing some kind of suit that was trying to rob them or murder them, for that matter. So that is the story of the beast of Land Between the Lakes. Now, this is a very interesting tale, because this is something that had occurred, decades ago, and we actually have a witness coming forward talking about this situation. Now, I tried to do some quick research to locate some more information, but I kind of came up a little bit short. So I'm just going solely based on what this individual, Roger, has said that it has occurred. Now, granted, maybe he's trying to do it for attention. Fair enough. But I don't understand why he would try to capitalize on this lore that has been going around for, decades now, about this beast living in Kentucky. Now, you all know that I'm going to be going and looking for this thing. So I've got a couple things that I've got to take care of first. Me personally, I am super stoked about the Bigfoot hunt that's going to happen. These footprints that I have been sent were really crazy. I did a lot of research on the topography of the area, and to be honest, I think this is a perfect place for a Bigfoot to reside. Not to mention there's 5 different haunted properties that I'm going to be investigating. So it should be a pretty crazy weekend. But for those of you all who are new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Definitely give this video a like, and it really helps me. Don't forget to turn on notifications too. Apparently a lot of people aren't getting notified when I'm posting new videos. So I don't know if YouTube's just trying to do something to me or what, but it definitely helps if you all interact with the channel. So hope you all enjoyed this, and until next time.